Share with 3 people that you love and come back and comment done, y'all, so we can get started. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all see me okay? Do I got some action takers in the room? Okay, Tiffany says she's done. I love that. Gina says shared. Antoinette said done. All right, y'all. I'm super excited with the Grandmaster class. The next 60 to 90 minutes, I'm going to show you strategies on how to take your business to the next level. I'm going to show you how to get $50,000 or more in funding for your business. This information that you're about to receive is game changing. This information you're about to receive is the same information that allowed me to take my business to the next level. It saved me from drowning. It saved me from going under. But can I just go ahead and set the tone for the room? Because I want to bless somebody with just a quick cash giveaway just for showing up. Because you could be anywhere in the world right now, but you decided to lock in with me tonight. And there are a lot of people, there are thousands of people that registered for this class. But as you can see, we only got several entrepreneurs that are serious and committed about going to the next level in the room. So I want you guys to take to take a screenshot, and I want you to share it on social media. Share it on Instagram. Take a screenshot and share it on social media and say, I'm in the room learning about grants. Let them know that you are in the room learning about grants, and let the people, and tag me on social media. There's my social media, and somebody who takes action is going to receive a quick cash giveaway. Linda, stay focused, baby. We're worried about these grants. Linda. Tag me on social media, and somebody that takes action, I'm going to do a quick cash giveaway. Quick cash giveaway, y'all. Let's see who the action takers are. Yes, it's live. Yes, we are live. Shaquita said done. I love it. Action takers are money makers, y'all. Action takers are money makers. And the people who take action and they execute on opportunities when they receive them, they get the best results. So super excited. Done and tagged. All right, Tiffany. I love it. Let's see. Let me go through. Let me see who is going to be the cash giveaway. And let's move forward while we wait on this to load. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds. I don't want to hold you for too long tonight. Let's go with Miss Eye Candy Queen. Miss Eye Candy Queen is going to be the winner for tonight. I'm texting you now. Super excited. So congratulations. Everybody say congratulations to the chat. I'm just going to send my girl just a little token of appreciation just for showing up and receiving this information. So let's dive in, you guys. What I want you to do is I want you to grab your pen and paper, because I want you to take notes. This information you're about to receive tonight is going to change your life. I want you to pause everything else. Just put everything else on hold. Because I'm going to give you strategies tonight to apply to your business, to help you start the business, to help you grow the business. So you want to make sure all the distractions are put to the side. Put your phone on do not disturb. Social media is going to be there when we log off. That text message, they can wait. Save your questions to the end, because I'm going to answer some questions at the end. And for everybody that locks in and stays until the end, I have a special gift for you. I'm going to give everybody that locks in and stays to the end, I'm giving you access to a free grant list. And this grant list, y'all, somebody that's inside of my community used this same grant list, and she got access to a $2,000 grant for marketing. So imagine showing up for you tonight, taking action on opportunities and locking in, and you stay into the end and you get access to a grant list. It's going to be the very last thing that we do. So don't comment in the middle. Don't comment and towards the end and say, where's the grant list? The very last thing that I give you guys before we log off the call is going to be your grant list. Okay? Got that understood? All right, cool. Let's lock in. So listen, grants are out there. They're available for you. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business, but don't just take my word for it. This is one of my students, Melvin, you guys. Melvin is inside of my community. Melvin received $257,000 in grant funding. One of the grants that he received, he's going to get for the next 3 years, and it's going to be $50,000. Imagine knowing going into 2026 that you already got $50,000 that you can use to fund your business. Imagine knowing that in 2028, you already have $50,000 that you can use to invest back into your business. So this is what grant funding is. It's a strategy to get access to debt-free funding that you don't have to pay back. But what I love about Melvin is not only did he get access to funding for himself, he started helping his family members and friends. So when I say you can do it, the funding, the opportunities is out there. It's available for you. You just got to be ready to commit. You just got to be ready to take action. You just got to stop making excuses. Somebody type no excuses in the chat. You just got to stop making excuses and go after the opportunities that are out there and available for you. So let me tell you, Kaysen, I'm going to share just a little bit about my story because I think it's important that you know who I am, who I am and why you should trust me with your vision. So I'm Coach K. I educate and I assist entrepreneurs with getting access to funding for their business. Now, I'm going to just be honest. I haven't always been the expert when it came to grants. I was on the other side of this screen. I've been a struggling entrepreneur. I wanted access to funding. I started my business. I made a lot of mistakes when I started my business. I maxed out my credit cards. I emptied out my savings account, and my back was against the wall. I was so broke, you guys, that there was a gas station by my house, and all you had to have was $1 in your bank account, and they would authorize you to get a full tank of gas. I would have to go to that gas station and fill my tank up so I could make it back and forth to work while still funding my business and still funding my dreams as well. I used to use my paycheck from my 9 to 5 to fund my business. I made every mistake possible when it came to starting this business. So the struggles and the hardships and the things that I went through, now I'm in a space where I am coaching entrepreneurs so you don't have to do the same. I want to make sure that nobody else has to go through what I went through. I want to make sure that somebody's there to hold your hand and hold you accountable and show you where the resources and the opportunities are. I want to make sure that you have a coach, you have the support system, you have the person, the shoulder you can lean on to show you that you can do this. That all it takes is a little bit of faith. That all you have to do is stop making excuses and get out of your own way. Now, before I started my own business, I worked for Wells Fargo. And while working for Wells Fargo, I realized that people would come inside the bank and they would want access to credit cards. They would want access to line of credits. They would come inside, they would have their new LLC documents and they would have their briefcase and their fancy clothes on, and they would say, hey, I need a loan to start my business. And most of the time, the people that were coming inside the bank, we had to decline them. We had to decline them. And it's because they didn't know what was required. They didn't know what to put on these grant or the credit applications. They didn't know what their credit report had to be like. So I decided that I was going to make it my mission to be the change. To take the information that I learned from working at Wells Fargo and take the hardship and the mistakes I learned from starting my own business. And now I go out and I teach entrepreneurs in courses and seminars and conferences and webinars just like you how to fill out an application, answer a couple of questions, and get access to the funding you need to make your dreams come true. I decided it was up to me to be the change. I decided it was up to me to show entrepreneurs strategies to take their business and their dreams to the next level. You guys, the information I'm about to teach you tonight is so powerful that Wells Fargo actually terminated me for teaching this. The information I'm about to teach you tonight will change your life. That a company, it's so impactful that a Fortune 500 company seen me as a threat and terminated me for teaching this. Yes, being this live. These strategies you're about to discover are the same strategies that my students inside of my community are using to get access to funding. This is my girl, Kathy. Somebody said congratulations, Kathy, in the chat. Kathy got $15,000 in grant funding for her business, then turned around and got $25,000 in funding as well. Imagine not knowing that you could qualify for grants. Imagine having objections and feeling like that grants were going to take too long, or that you had to hire a grant writer, or that you couldn't do this. And you start believing in you. You start believing that you can, and you throw away any negative thought that you have. And you lock in on your dreams, and you lock in on your goals, and you get access to $40,000 in funding that's debt-free and doesn't check your credit. This is the power of grants. I'm showing you, Kathy, because I want you to know that you can do this too, Beverly. I'm showing you, Kathy, because I want you to know that, James, you can get access to the $40,000, the same $40,000 that Kathy got access to. I'm showing you this, Donald, because I want you to know that the opportunity is out there. It's waiting on you. Somebody type I'm next in the chat. If you know that $40,000 will change your life. If you know that $40,000 will open up the door to opportunities to help you take your business to the next level, type I'm next in the chat. So Kathy got $40,000 in debt-free funding, y'all, that she didn't have to pay back. What I love is that this $40,000 that she received and never checked her credit. Never checked her credit. She didn't have to pay it back and never checked her credit. So who is this class for? You're probably like, Coach K, am I in the right room? Is this class for me? If you have an LLC and EIN and need funding for your business, this class is for you. If you have an existing business but you don't have credit, this class is for you. You haven't started a business yet, but you have the idea of starting a business. Maybe you're working a 9 to 5 and you're tired of that 9 to 5 and you're ready to do your own thing. This class is for you. You have a vision to create a new product or a new invention. This class is for you. You have a nonprofit or you want to start a nonprofit and you need funding and money to make it happen. This class is for you. This class is for individuals who think big and dream big and they want to be around like-minded people. But most importantly, this class is for action takers. This class is for action takers. The information you're about to receive tonight only works if you do. The information you receive tonight only works if you take action. Somebody type action in the chat. Somebody type action in the chat. This will not be sent out. You have to stay in class. So remember, everybody that stays to the end, I have a special gift available for you. You got to take notes. No, this won't be sent out. This is a free class. You got to lock in. All right. So let me tell you why this information is important. This information is important because in 2022, $163 billion went to small business owners. Less than 10% went to minorities. Less than 10% went to small business owners and less than 1% went to minorities. While we are on this call right now, y'all, there's over $5 billion in grants that are out there and available for you. Somebody type $5 billion in the chat. Over $5 billion in funding. So you're making excuses. You're saying, I don't want to apply for grants because there's too many people applying. You're saying, I don't want to write out these grants. I don't want to write grants because they take too long. You say, oh, I can't do it. I need to hire a grant writer. But you're making excuses and there's over $5 billion that's sitting out there that somebody else is going to grab if you don't. So I need you to believe that you can. I need you to believe that you can do this. I need you to believe that you don't have to hire a grant writer. I need you to believe that grants don't take a lot of time. I need you to believe that grants are not as challenging as you think. I need you to believe that you are next. Type I believe in me in the chat. Somebody type I believe in me in the chat because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take for you to believe that you can. It doesn't matter what I say on this call tonight, what information I give you, what resources I give you. If you don't shift your mindset and believe that you can do this, you won't get access to grant funding. If you don't shift your mindset and stop making excuses and stop passing up opportunities that are out there and waiting on you, you won't get access to the funding that you need. So it starts with you believing that you can. It starts with you knowing that it's out there, it's waiting on you. It starts with you believing in your mission and believing in your goals and believing that you deserve the opportunities to help you go to the next level. James said, I believe in me. Erica said, I believe in me. X Thomas said, I believe in me. Valerie said, I believe in me. John said, I know I can. I love that, John. Donna said, I believe in me. So here's what you can expect tonight, you guys. We're going to go over grants. Because my mission is to make sure that you don't have to go through the same struggles that I went through. And I know there's some entrepreneurs that are already there. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're going through hardship. Maybe you have the business and you can't figure out how to do what's next. Or maybe you're working a 9 to 5 and you're tired of working, but you have this business idea, but you need money and funding to make it happen. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you the foundation on how you can get access to grants for your business. Then we're going to go over business credit because I think entrepreneurs should leverage every resource that's available for them. Not only should you get access to grant funding, you should get access to business credit as well. I'm going to share some students that I personally work with because I want you to know that you can do this too. Sometimes it's easy to hear and see my success, but I want you to see some students that I have coached, some students that started exactly where you are, some students who needed an opportunity, who needed a resource, who needed just somebody to pour into them. And they took that information, applied it to their business, believed that they could, and they're getting access to funding. I'm going to share a little bit of my story. Not a lot, but a little bit because I need you to know that I am the expert in this space. I need you to know that you can trust me with your vision. That if you just trust me that I am going to pour into your business, I'm going to give you what you need to be successful. And then at the very end, every time I do this class, every time I do a free seminar, every time Every time I do a class, every time I do a seminar, there's always somebody who wants to know how they can work with me. There's always somebody in the room that wants to know more. There's always somebody in the room that's ready to lock in, that's ready to go to the next level. They're done making excuses and they know that they just need the support and accountability. So at the very end of this, I'm going to share how we can work together. All right? So at the very end, you guys, after I deliver, after I execute, my promise to you is to give you the foundation on how you can take your business to the next level. My promise to you is to show you the strategies on how to start and grow your else is teaching you. But here's what I need from you. I need you to lock in until the end. You guys access to a free grant list. I'm giving you guys access to a free grant list because I know what it's like to need resources. I know what it's like to want somebody to pour into you and they just don't do it. So I need you to lock into the end. I need to make sure that you're ready to receive this information. And I need to make sure that you're going to take action on the opportunities when you receive it. Somebody type lock in the chat. Michael said locked in. I love that. I love that. I love that. To the end, I told you guys I have a special surprise for you guys tonight. So listen, you guys, my very first grant that I received was $500. Now, I had made a lot of mistakes when it came to starting my business. Made a lot of mistakes when it came to starting my business. I maxed out my credit cards. I emptied out my savings account. I thought I was doing the right thing. I had this dream of starting a business. I had this dream of making an impact. I had a dream of pouring into others. And when I started this business, I emptied out my savings account. And instead of me using OPM or other people's money like everybody else talked about, I thought the best thing for me to do was use my own money. It came to a point where I was using my paycheck from my 9 to 5 to fund my business. One day, while funding my business, or while I got a paycheck from my job, from Wells Fargo, but I also had to make payroll for my business. I had to make the decision in that moment, was I going to take my paycheck and was I going to pay my mortgage payment on my home, or was I going to make payroll for my business? So in that moment, I had to make an uncomfortable decision. The business that I had started to put me in a better space financially was causing me financial hardship. Somebody said that's rough. It was tough, right? The business I had started to leave my 9 to 5 had me in debt. So in that moment, I decided that it was time for me to do something different. I had to get mad. My girl Dana says, you got to get mad. You got to make a decision. Somebody say mad in the chat. You got to make a decision that you're ready for more. You got to make a decision that there is more out there available for you. See, you don't have a bad business. You're not a bad entrepreneur. You don't have a bad business idea. You just need the right resources to make it happen. You just need the money to pour into your vision and pour into your brand. So in that moment, I had made a decision that it was time for me to truly lock in on my goals. When I started locking in on my goals, you guys, now I heard about grants before. There were people who had told me about grant funding before. There were people who told me I could qualify for grants, and I made every excuse not to apply. Oh, it's going to take too long to apply. Oh, I don't have time to do this. Oh, I got to hire a grant writer. Oh, I just don't. They already know who they're going to pick. Anybody ever did that before? Like you see a grant, you've heard about grants, but you're like, yeah, I'm not doing it. This can't be real. Nobody's just giving away money. That was me. Until my back was against the wall. And I waited too late, almost too late. My back was against the wall, and the only resource I had left was grant funding. So I sat down at the table, you guys, bills stacked up from my daycare, bills stacked up from my home, and I'm applying for grants. And I'm getting denied, y'all. And I feel like giving up. I feel like closing my business. I feel like I don't want to apply for grants anymore because I'm not getting any luck. I feel like just shutting the doors, and I feel like just working. I'm just going to work full time. At least I know this is guaranteed income, right? And then I get an email that I got awarded a $500 grant. Now, I'm going to be honest. I got this email, and they told me I was awarded a $500 grant, but that $500 grant, you guys, didn't seem like a lot at the time. That $500 grant, When I first seen it, I said, what am I going to do with $500? How is $500 going to help me? Y'all, that $500 grant was just a seed that I needed to sow. All you need is one opportunity. Somebody type one, just one. All you need is one opportunity, one resource, one person to believe in you, one person to help you, one person to support you. That one company, that foundation that believed in my vision, they sowed a seed in me, y'all. They planted the seed, and all I needed to do is water it. All I needed to do was water the seed and watch it grow. So that $500 grant turned into $10,000. That $10,000 grant turned into $20,000. That $20,000 grant turned into $50,000. Another company gave me a six-figure check, y'all. A six-figure grant. $100,000 deposited into my business bank account. This $100,000, you guys, was debt-free, no credit check, and I never had to repay that $100,000 back. Now, I told you guys, at the time, when I received that $100,000, I didn't have the best personal credit. I'm going to be honest, because I had made some late payments on my credit report, on my credit card, because I didn't have the money. I wasn't even making $100,000 working at Wells Fargo. So a company believed in me enough to give me $100,000, and the company I was working for, the company I was giving 40 hours plus a week, wouldn't even give me a 25 or 50 cent pay raise. I wasn't even making $100,000 on my job, y'all. $100,000 in debt-free funding, money I never had to pay back, money that didn't check my credit. And all they wanted me to do was take that money, reinvest it back into my business, and go out and grow. I want somebody to believe that they're next. If you believe that you're next, type I'm next in the chat. Type I'm next in the chat. I want you to believe that that $100,000 opportunity that you see, that you go apply for, is yours. I want you to believe that you can get $100,000 in grant funding. Miss England, I want you to know that you are next. Tanisha, I want you to know that you are next. Essen, I want you to know that you are next. Damon, I want you to know that you are next. So let me tell you what grants are. Those ideas that you have in your head. Anybody ever sat back and been like, man, I wish I could get, my hand on $10,000 or $20,000. Or man, if I could just get access to $50,000, I know exactly how I'm going to start this business. I know exactly where I'm going to put the money. I know exactly how it's going to help me grow. Anybody ever did that before? Like you just sat back and said, oh God, if you could just bless me. Grants are an opportunity for you to get access to the money you need to make your dreams come true. But what I love about grants the most, you guys, is this debt-free. Y'all gonna hear me say that about 50 times tonight. Grant funding is debt-free. That means you don't have to repay any of this money back. You never have to repay any of this money back. There's no credit check. So even if you don't have the best personal credit or no credit at all, grants never check your credit. I told you guys I made some mistakes. I didn't have the best personal credit. So no credit check. It's an opportunity to grow your business. You can grow your business using and leveraging grants, and it's an opportunity to support your mission using OPM or other people's money to make it happen. But what I love the most about grants is everyone can get a grant. It doesn't matter what type of business you have. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. It doesn't matter if you're a new business owner, existing business owner, even if you've been in business 1 day or 10 years. There's a grant out there waiting on you. Now it's on you to take action. Now it's on you to get out of your way. Now it's on you to go out and leverage the opportunity. Now it's on you to stop making excuses. You know it's out there. I'm showing you it's out there. Now it's on you to go get it. Everyone can get a grant. I want you to type I'm next in the chat if you know you're next. It doesn't matter what city or what state, what country you're from, where you live, you can get a grant. Mary, just lock in with me. I got you. All right, you guys. So I'm going to give you the 3-step strategies, the foundation of how you can get. Can I just give y'all the foundation of what I did to start my journey to get that $100,000 grant? Like, can I just give y'all a little sauce tonight? Can I give y'all the blueprint? Can I share with y'all how I got $100,000 in grant funding? Like what I put on the grant application, how I found the grant, what I had to have in place to get the $100,000. Can I just share? Can I give y'all a little sauce tonight? Okay, cool, 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 cool. So this is a three-step strategy. My three-step strategy on what I did and what my students are currently doing to get $100,000 or more in funding for their business. And this is my girl Kendra. We celebrate all wins inside of our community, you guys. And inside of our community, we do a thing where we apply for one grant every single day. And when we apply for these one grants every single day, you guys, what it does is it always has something in your pipeline. And it always opens up the door for you to get access to funding. My girl Kendra did my challenge where we apply for one grant every day. And she turned around and got 3 grants approved within 30 days. She got a $2,500 grant, a $1,500 grant, and another $500 grant just for taking action. Somebody type action in the chat. She stopped making excuses. She started believing that she could. And she followed the blueprint and got approved for 3 grants in 30 days just because she believed that she could. So it starts with you building a foundation. It starts with you believing in your own vision. It starts with you believing in your business and believing in your brand. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little secret that I probably wouldn't tell anybody else outside of this class. My first grant was $500. The reason I received that $500 grant, or I only received $500 in that grant funding, the only reason I received that $500 grant, you guys, is because I wasn't prepared. I didn't have my LLC in place. I think I had a business bank account, but I don't think it was set up the right way. I had my home address on my business documents. I wasn't positioning myself as a responsible business. I wasn't positioning myself as a business or a company that could be trusted with 6 figures in funding. So a lot of times we're applying for these grants, or we're applying for these funding opportunities, and we're missing out on the opportunities because we're not invested in our own journey. We're missing out on these opportunities because we don't believe. You're applying for this grant and you're just like, I'm going to apply anyway, but I know I ain't going to get it. Of course you're not going to get it if you have that mindset. But anytime I apply for an opportunity, I let go of those negative emotions that I didn't get the last grant. I let go of any negative thought that I'm not going to win this grant. So things might not be hitting for you because you're not ready to receive the opportunity, because your business is not aligned to get access to the funding. So it starts with you building a foundation. Coach K, what do you mean by building a foundation? You have to structure and set up your business for success. You have to structure and set up your business to receive the grants that are out there and available for you. If you don't believe in your vision, there's somebody else that will. There's somebody else that does believe in theirs, and that's who's gonna receive the grant. So having a business plan opens up the door for you to get access to grant funding. Putting those ideas that you have in your head down on paper qualifies you for more grants, because now you're able to tell your grantors your roadmap to success, what you're going to do with the funding, how you're going to use it, your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, and how you're going to take your business and your brand to the next level using and leveraging grant funding. Elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch tells who you are, what you do, and the service that you provide. If you're in an elevator and you're in the elevator with a millionaires, or somebody who can help you grow your business, are you able to communicate with them who you are, the service that you provide, and why they should work with you? Elevator pitch opens up the doors for opportunities. Now, having a legal entity is the key to getting access to those large grants that are out there. I had somebody send me a message on social media a couple of weeks ago. She said, Coach K, a couple months ago, I apologize. She said, Coach K, I applied for the grant that you posted, and I made it to the 2nd round. I'm like, oh my goodness, congratulations. I'm ready to celebrate her. I'm ready to shout her out. She said, I didn't get it. I said, why didn't you get the grant? She said, I didn't have my LLC set up. I'm like, sis, you've been in business for years. Why is your LLC not set up? She said, I had it set up as a sole proprietor. I never got around to it. You can't expect a company to invest into you if you won't even invest into yourself. You can't expect a company to give you 6 figures in funding if you don't believe in your own vision. You can't expect a company to give you access to the grants that are out there if your plan is small. Type big in the chat. We're going big. We're receiving big blessings. We're receiving big opportunities. We're going big when it comes to taking our business to the next level. You have to believe in your own vision first. So when I got that $500 grant, it's because I was playing small. I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I had a plan B. There is no plan B. I had a plan B. I really didn't believe, y'all. But the moment I started believing, the moment I started investing in my own dreams, the moment I started locking in on my goals, the moment I started locking in on the opportunities that were in front of me, I got access to six figures in funding. So sometimes we're missing opportunities because we simply don't believe. Sometimes we're missing opportunities because we had to have that shift in our mindset and we're playing it small. Nobody's going to give you access to six figures in funding or more if you're playing it small when it comes to your business. They can't trust you. How can I give you $100,000 and you don't have a business bank account? How can I give you $100,000 and I can't even find your business on social media or online? How can I give you $100,000 if you don't even have your business set up the right way? All right? So brand appearance. Brand appearance is also huge. Grantors are going to look up your business. They're going to Google you. They want to know who you are, what you do. They want to know that when they give you access to this money, you're gonna take it and reinvest it back into your business. All of these things are key factors to getting you access to the funding that you need. Now, here's the power of what happens when you set up your business the right way and you structure it properly. My girl Kenya had been applying for funding opportunities over and over and over again. She kept getting declined. She's like, I'm applying for grants. I'm applying for funding. I keep getting declined. I just feel like giving up. Anybody in the room ever applied for a grant or a loan or a funding opportunity and you were declined and you just can't figure out why? You know you got an amazing business. You know you got your business set up the right way. You know that you deserve the opportunity, but you just keep getting declined and you can't figure out why. Most of the time it's because your business is not structured and set up right. You have to build your business from the ground up as if it's already the $1 million brand that it has the potential to be. You have to build your business from the ground up as if it's already the Amazons, as if it's already the Teslas or the Walmarts. You have to build your business as if it's already a $1 million brand. Type millionaire in the chat if you know that you're going to be a $1 million business. Type millionaire in the chat if you know that you're going to grow a $1 million empire. Type millionaire in the chat if you know just with the right resources, the right opportunities, that you're going to take your business to the next level. Do I got some millionaires in the room? Because I only like to talk. I only like to have six and seven figure conversations. Do I got some millionaires in the room? AJ said he's a millionaire. Ian said he's a millionaire. Beverly says she's a millionaire. Nina says she's a millionaire. James said he's a millionaire. Chloe says she's a millionaire. Shaquita says she's a millionaire. Okay. Dominique said billionaire. I love it. I love it. I love it. Somebody said multi-millionaire. I claim that for you. But it starts with you believing in your own vision. It starts with you pouring into your mission first. It starts with you believing that that $1 million empire is yours. You got to dream big. And you got to go out there. You got to walk out there with your chest out like it's already there. Like you're already $1 million. I already knew I was a $1 million business. I already knew I had $1 million idea. I just needed one opportunity, one business to support me, one business to give me access to the capital that was out there. Some of you are just one grant or one funding opportunity away from changing everything around you. So step number 2, you want to find the right grant. So Coach K, how did you find this $100,000 grant? Coach K, how did you even find the $500 grant? Because some of us, we would be excited with that $500 opportunity. I'm going to tell you, I'm a 7-figure business, but I still love $500 grants because I can take that $500 and put it somewhere. So Coach K, how did you even find the grants that are out there? So there are so many grants that are out there and available for you to apply for. You never have to worry about grants going anywhere. It doesn't matter who the president is or how long you've been in business or where you're located. There is always going to be grants. Grants are not new. They're not a wave. They're not going anywhere. So what I love about this skill is this is something that you can apply to life forever. You can always apply for grants. Then you can teach your family how to apply for grants. You can teach your kids. My daughter's 14 years old. I'm teaching her how to apply for grants so that now she can be successful when she starts her business. And she doesn't have to go in debt or face the challenges that I faced when I started my business. So what's the saying, you guys? Teach a man how to fish. What's the saying? Somebody tell me in the chat. Teach a man how to fish. Show a man how to fish. He eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish. he'll eat for a lifetime. That same strategy applies when it comes to grants. So most of us, you want somebody to do the work for you. But imagine learning this information. Imagine learning this information and now you're applying it to your business and now you're getting grants every single year. Every single year. Thank you, Damon. All right, so listen, you guys, government grants are out there and available for you. Government grants are out there and available for you. Your city and state, they have funding available for you right in your back door. Your city and state, they usually have grants available for entrepreneurs, because what happens is with government grants, if they pour into you and you take that money and you grow and you thrive, they're able to go scout large corporations and say, hey, we have these amazing entrepreneurs that are doing amazing things, and here are government grants. And here's why you should give us access to this government funding. Foundation grants, there are a lot of very wealthy people in the world. And what they do is they start foundations. And with these foundations, they pour money into it. And I'm going to just be honest, it's to avoid paying Uncle Sam. It's to avoid paying taxes. Well, some of the money that goes into the foundations, it has to go somewhere. So where does it go? It goes back to entrepreneurs and organizations like you and me. So if we have these foundations and we find these people with foundations, and they have access to money and funding and capital that we need. We go tell them about our business, tell them what we're going to do with the funding. They'll give us access to money to make it happen. Beyonce has a foundation. Walmart has a foundation. Nordstrom has a foundation. Foot Locker has a foundation. All of these companies and these celebrities that we pour into have money that you can use to reinvest back into your business. Corporate grants are also huge. Corporate grants are out there and available for you. Every major corporation either has a grant or a scholarship, and it's just because it's a tax write-off for them. Chick-fil-A gives out $6 million every year. They gave one person $325,000. Progressive, they just gave out $50,000 to people to go out and buy a vehicle. AT&T right now has a $50,000 grant. Amazon gives out $25,000 to, I believe, 100 entrepreneurs every single year. So all of these major corporations have grants that are out there and available for you. Nonprofits. If you're a nonprofit, you want to start a nonprofit, there are so many people who will give you access to grant funding to fund your mission. Research grants. Let's say there's something that you want to research. You want to research youth violence. You want to research postpartum. You want to research cancer. Whatever it is that you want to research, there's a grant out there available for you. Educational grants, if you want to educate people about something that's going on in your industry or in your community, let's just say you want to continue education, there are grants out there available for you. Somebody type, there is a grant for me out there. Somebody just type, there's a grant for me in the chat. Sorry, there is a grant for me in the chat. Because I need you to believe. I need you to believe that you can get a grant. All right, so there's always somebody in the room that's like, Coach K, where do I go to find these grants? I'm going to show you how to use and leverage AI to find grants that are out there available for your business. Can I do that for y'all tonight? Towards the end of this, can I show y'all how to use AI to find grants that are out there available for you as well? Matter of fact, for some of y'all, I'm going to give you a tool that will find the grants for you. So I see some people in the chat saying, can you find the grants for me? Can you complete it for me? What if I gave you a tool that does the work for you? Okay, cool. All right, got you. So here's the power of finding the right grants. This is my guy, Mike, you guys. Mike won a grant within 3 days of working with me. Mike filled out an application, told the company what he wanted to do with the funding, and in 3 days got approved for his first grant. This is the power of taking action, you guys. This is the power of letting go of any negative excuse. Mike has a media company. So when I tell you there's a grant for every industry, Mike is the example of a grant being out there for every industry. It's letting go of those excuses. It's letting go of those excuses and taking advantage of opportunities that are out there and available for you. The funding that's out there. So Coach K, what did you put on this grant application to get $100,000? What are your students putting on these grant applications to win grants in 3 days or 30 days or 60 days and 90 days? How are your students winning grants so quick? That's unheard of, Coach K. Listen, you guys, there are a couple of things that we are doing to position ourselves as the best. Somebody type best in the chat. Couple of things that we are doing to position ourselves as the best. So the first thing we do is when we apply for grants, you guys, you always find a problem, be the solution. Somebody type that in the chat for me so I can make sure everybody gets it. Find a problem, be the solution. So you want to learn how you can get access to grant funding or what to say or how to position your business or how to make your brand stand out. You find a problem, be the solution. Coach K, what does that mean? When I started my child care center, I started my child care center for selfish reasons. I wanted affordable child care with quality education. What I did was I went out and I researched my competitors. I realized that I wasn't the only parent that needed affordable child care and quality education. But I realized that all the other daycares, when it came to affordable child care, they were just sticking kids in front of a computer and TV and pressing play. They were not teaching the kids. They were not preparing them for the next level of education. So the solution, I found the problem. Other child care centers in the area were not preparing the kids for next level of education. The solution to the problem was simple. It was my business. So Coach K, what do you do? How do you position yourself as the best? You find a problem and you be the solution. Great entrepreneurs solve problems. So what do I do to separate my business and my brand? How do I position myself as the most qualified? How do I make sure that I put myself in front of anybody else that's applying for this grant? I talk about the problem that I have located, and I talk about how my business and my brand is going to be the solution to the problem. Great entrepreneurs solve problems. Most of us started our business because we seen a need. Most of us started our business because we felt like we could do it better than somebody else. Most of us started our business because we felt like there was opportunities out there available for us. So talk about that and then talk about how your business and your brand is going to be the solution to the problem. Find the problem, be the solution, opens up the door for you to get access to funding. Now, there are a lot of grants out there, and what they do is they ask you questions. Anybody ever seen a grant application and it only asks you questions? Anybody ever seen a grant application out there and it only asks you questions? So this is what we do. If you see a grant application and it only asks you questions and you're like, Coach K, what do I say on these grant applications? They just want to know how I'm going to use the funding. They just want to know why they should give me the money. What we're doing inside of our community, you guys, is when they ask us about grants and when they ask us about what we're going to do with the money or what we're going to do with the funding, y'all, we simply keep it real. Somebody type real in the chat. Somebody type real in the chat. We simply keep it real. So when we apply for grants, you guys, and they ask us, what are you going to do with the money? How are you going to use the funding? Why do you deserve the money or the funding? Let me tell you. So make sure you are relatable to your investor. This is where you connect your mission and their mission together. This is where you talk about the power of collaborating with you. This is where you talk about you're able to have a conversation with them about why you deserve the money, where you're going to put the funding. You're relatable to their vision and tell them why you deserve the money or funding that's out there. Or you always make sure you are relatable to the investor. You make sure you educate the investor. Educate them about your business. Educate them about your mission. Educate them about statistics or data to back up what you're saying. Educate them about the problem that you found or the solution that you have to the problem. You have to educate them about you. You can't assume that, hey, I'm a child care center. They know what a child care center is. Oh, I'm a transportation company. They know about transportation. Oh, I'm in the beauty business. I'm a barber. I'm a beautician. They know what an esthetician is. You have to educate them about what makes your business and your brand unique. Educate them about what separates you from anybody else that's applying for the grant. Y'all got that? So you make sure you're relatable to the investor. You educate them, educate them about your business and your brand. And you want to make sure you have an action plan. Your action plan is going to back up what you're going to do with the money or funding. Your action plan is going to back up. It's going to be your budget breakdown. So it's going to tell them what you want to do with the money penny by penny. It's going to tell them why you deserve the money or funding that you're requesting. Your action plan is going to position you as the most qualified to receive the money or funding that's out there. Excuse me, y'all. So you want to make sure you have an action plan. Your action plan is going to tell them how you're going to execute when you receive the opportunity. So you R, make sure you're relatable to your investor. E, make sure you educate your investor. A, make sure you have an action plan. And L, this is where you make sure the companies love your vision and love your brand so much that it's almost impossible for them not to want to invest into you. Hold on one second, you guys. Excuse me. So L is where you make sure the companies love your vision and love your brand so much that it's almost impossible for them not to want to invest into you. This is where you tell your story. This is where you make that emotional connection. Now, they don't need to know your whole story. They don't need to know at 2 years old you were sitting on a stoop, jump rope, playing double dutch. They don't need to know all that. They need to know what ties your vision into theirs. They need to know what makes it, what connection you have to the business, why you're expert in your space. This is your storytelling part where you make an emotional connection. But when we are applying for grants, you simply keep it real. Type real in the chat, you guys. Type real in the chat. If you can keep it real when applying for these grants, type real in the chat. There we go. Margaret said real. Stephanie said real. Jackie said real. Rodney said real. James said real. I love it. I love it. So we simply keep it real. Now, what grantors look for? What are they looking for, Coach K? Who do they want to fund? Each grantor is going to be different. This is why you find a grantor that aligns with your mission. This is why you find the right funding opportunity that aligns with your goals. Whether you're a new entrepreneur, existing entrepreneur, you've been in business 1 day, you've been in business 10 years, there's a grant out there available for you. You just have to find the right grant. So grantors are looking for community impact. They're looking for business owners that are going to scale and grow. They're looking for long-term success. They want to know that you're going to take the money and reinvest it back into your business to grow. They don't want to invest into your hardship. They don't want to hear, oh, I really need this $10,000 grant so I can go buy this inventory. And if I don't, I'm going to have to keep working this 9 to 5. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear the success stories. They want to hear that when you get this $10,000 opportunity, you're going to be able to take it and scale your business and grow to the next level. My best friend got access to a $200,000 grant, you guys. That $200,000 grant allowed her an opportunity to reinvest back into her business. Now she has a 7-figure business. So they want to hear your stories. They want to hear your success. They want to know that when you get access to the funding, you're going to be able to scale and grow. That's what grant funding is. That's the power of grants. You want to make sure you understand the needs of the grantors. Who do they want to fund? Who do they want to invest into? They're going to tell you on their website, is this grant for minorities? Is this grant for women? Is this grant for men? Is this grant for U.S. citizens only? Is this grant open for everybody? They're going to tell you, so you have to understand the needs of the grantor. Who do they want to fund? Why do they want to fund them? But most importantly, understand your needs. Your needs. What do you need the money and funding for? Exactly how is this funding going to help you grow? Where are you going to put this money? Where is it going to, how is this money or funding going to help you get to the next level? So understand the needs of the grantor, but also understand your needs. Now, you got to do your research. You got to have statistics to back up whatever you say. You can't say that you started a business to help 100 entrepreneurs or 100 kids or 1,000 kids in your area because it's low income and there's a need for your business. Have stats and statistics to back it up. Guess what we can use to find stats and statistics to back up what we say? AI. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. Because when we have stats to back up whatever we say when it comes down to writing out grant proposals, it just shows that we're 10 steps ahead of everybody else applying. It just makes us credible. It shows why there is a need for our business, but most importantly, why we need the grant funding. So do your research. Now, grant proposals are not always required. However, having a grant proposal opens up the door for you to get access to more funding. It also makes it easier for you to apply for more grants because now all you have to do is copy and paste and go apply for these grants over and over and over again. Now, let me give you some red flags when it comes to grants, because I see some questions in the chat. You should never pay an application fee when you're applying for a grant. Never pay. I don't care if the application fee is $5, $10, $20. Never pay an application fee. Why? Because what if I have 9,000 people applying for a grant? I charge each person that's applying for this grant $10, but I'm only giving out a $1,000 grant. I just made a profit when I said I was going to be doing a good deed. So never pay an application fee. Grant funding is never guaranteed. Getting access to grants is all about consistency and strategy and following the blueprint. It doesn't matter who writes the grant for you. It doesn't matter who writes the grant for you, how long they've been a grant writer, how successful they say they are, how much funding they say they've got in the past. Nobody can guarantee a grant. Somebody said they paid a grant fee today. You shouldn't have paid a grant fee. Don't pay it anymore. Now you know. Amber Grant charges. Yes, Amber Grant charges. And I don't encourage paying any application fees ever. I don't care what grant it is. Okay? So, but grant funding is never guaranteed. So this is why I encourage learning this skill and learning this strategy, because if I'm doing this for me, the only person that can let me down is me. If I learn this information and I'm consistent and I'm applying for grants over and over and over again, I can't lose. So you should never pay an application fee. You should never, grant funding is never guaranteed. So even if somebody calls you and they say, hey, I work for SBA and you can send me $400 and we have this for $400 and we have this $40,000 grant opportunity that you're going to be funded in 24 to 48 hours. It's not real. Okay? So those are some red flags to stay away from when applying for grants. But there are so many opportunities out there available for you. Why would I pay the Amber Grant $15 to apply for their grant, and there's $5 billion out there that doesn't require a grant fee at all, an application fee at all? Why would I give them $20 that I can go reinvest it back in? Why would I pay an application fee? Now, if you're teaching me a skill, you're educating me on grants, you're educating me on how to get access to more funding, you're showing me how to answer these grant questions the right way, you're showing me the strategies on how to apply so I can go get access to more funding, I will invest in that. I will invest in my education all day long. I will invest into something that will make me better every single day. It doesn't matter how much. It doesn't matter if it's $400 or $1,300. If somebody calls you and they say, send me $1,300 and I'm going to guarantee you a grant, it's a scam. It doesn't matter how much it is. All right? Any amount. All right? So I'll pay for education. I'll pay for somebody to teach me how to go out and get access to more grants and more opportunities, but I will not pay an application fee. Got it? All right, so now, getting access to grant funding is following application guidelines. You should always follow application guidelines. If a grant says you can only give $250 characters to apply for the grant, then if it asks you for an application fee, don't apply. That's not the grant for you. Simple, y'all. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that. We don't pay application fees to apply for a grant. I'm going to give you a list of grants to apply for. None of those grants on my list have an application fee. If it asks you for an application fee, just don't apply. Got it? Y'all ready to move forward? Let's just say ready. Y'all ready to move forward? Let's just say ready. Can't spend a lot of time on that. Red flags, don't do it. Let's move forward. All right? Gotcha. So listen, follow application guidelines. There are a lot of grants out there available for you. If the grant says you can only have 250 characters, you can only give them 250 characters. Don't think by giving them more characters is going to position you to get access to the funding. They don't want to read all of that. Okay? Follow application guidelines. If the grant deadline says September the 18th, you cannot apply for that grant on September the 19th. You won't win. You'll miss the opportunity. Follow the application guidelines. There are a lot of people out here winning grants, not because their business is better than yours, not because they have a better idea than yours, simply because they're following application guidelines and positioning themselves as, to be the most qualified for the funding opportunities. They're not making excuses. They're taking advantage of the opportunities that are out there. All right? So, this is my best friend, Deshauna. Somebody say congratulations, Deshauna, in the chat. My girl got approved for a $200,000 grant. I got to update this. It says $100,000 on here, but she got approved for $200,000 in grant funding. Reinvested it back into her business, and now she has she's made over 7 figures into her business. She got approved for a Maserati, a vehicle in her business name that did not check her personal credit. She also got approved for over $50,000 in business credit cards that did not check her personal credit. This is the power of learning this information. I learned this information. I learned this skill. I mastered this skill and got the blueprint. Then I was able to go back and grab my friends and say, girl, this is what we're going to do. Imagine being so locked in on your vision and so locked in on your goals that once you learn this information and this skill, you're able to go back and grab the people that you love and show them what to do. So my best friend got $200,000 in grant funding, y'all, to take her business to the next level. I want to be besties. Somebody type, hey, bestie, in the chat. I want to be besties. I want to show you. I want to be besties. I want to show you how you can get $200,000 in grant funding for your business. All right, so can we apply for a grant real quick together? I told you guys this was going to be one of the best free webinars, virtual classes that you have ever attended. I told you guys. So I want us to apply for a grant together. Now this grant is the Legacy Grant. It's a $1,000 grant opportunity. It's only going to ask you one question to apply. No application fees, nothing crazy. One question, how are you going to use the funding? Now, everybody can apply for this grant. It doesn't matter if you have your LLC. It doesn't matter if you have your EIN. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. Once we drop the link, I want everybody to go apply. Now, after you apply, come back to the room because I still got to give you guys access to this free grant list. I still have other things that I want to teach you, and I still have some special gifts that I want to give away away as well. So after you apply, after we go to thelegacygrant.com and apply, make sure you guys come back to the room. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. I already applied. If you applied this month, if you applied in September, don't apply again. If you didn't apply in September, go apply again. All right, dropping the link in the chat. We're going to go apply for the Legacy Grant. It's thelegacygrant.com. 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 I'm going to share my screen. So when you get on the website, it's going to look like this. You'll see apply for the $1,000 grant. Just go apply now for free. And then it's going to ask you some questions. Just type your information in here. If you don't have an Instagram, you can just put NA. If you haven't started your business yet, you can put NA here. What city do you live? Make sure you just tell them what city. If you're self-employed, if you're a business owner, a nonprofit, just answer this the best that you can. Even if your industry is not listed here, there's others here, so you can just select others. If you don't have any revenue in your business yet, just type no revenue or talk about how much money you make a month. It's okay if you don't have any revenue yet. It won't disqualify you for the grant. And then the question that you answer is, what will you use this grant for? What will you use this grant for? Simply keep it real. Keep it real and tell us how you will use the grant. Okay, gotcha. We're going to spend another maybe 30 seconds on here. Perfect. All right, y'all, let's lock in. Okay, let's move forward. I think we all have finished the legacy grant. If you didn't finish, you can go back and fill it out later. All right, so listen, that's the foundation of getting access to grant funding. But I think entrepreneurs should leverage every resource that's out there and available for them, not just grants. You should get access to business funding for your business as well, and I'm going to show you how to get it. So even if you don't have the best personal credit, you still can get access to business funding. There's still some business credit cards out there that don't check your personal credit. Now, before we dive in, can I ask you a question? There's two ways that you can fund your credit, fund your business. Either you have good credit or you have bad credit, right? This is personal credit. Good personal credit or bad personal credit. Now, if I have good personal credit, I can walk into the bank, and I mean like a 680, 700 credit score with a good personal credit profile. If I have good personal credit, I can walk into the bank with the right structure and with the right setup, and I can get access to business funding. This is called being a PG, a personal guarantor. This means you have a solid personal credit score and you can back up your business. Now, if I have bad credit or I don't have the best personal credit, I have to build out my business credit profile, which means I have to get credit based off of the business, and I cannot allow the creditors to look at my personal credit. So you can be a PG, which means I have good credit, or no PG, which means I don't have good credit or I don't have the best personal credit. Let me know in the chat, PG or no PG. Credit, you always have to pay back. Grants, we don't pay back, which is why we love grants. Credit, anything credit, loans, line of credit, credit cards, you always have to pay those back. So let me know in the chat, PG, which means you have good credit, or no PG, which means you don't have the best personal credit. Okay, we got a lot of no PGs in the chat. Y'all. We got to change that. Because bad credit ain't cute. And although there are opportunities out there available for you still with bad credit, you can get access to so much more if you worked on your personal credit. So I want to do something real quick. I want to give you guys this link, and I want you to save this link. Because if you have at least $10,000 in debt, credit card debt, loan debt, and it's hurting your personal credit, I have a program that can help you pay off some of that debt, save you interest, save you money every month, consolidate some of those bills, and so it increases your personal credit score, it decreases your debt to income ratio, and it sets you up to help you get access to more funding. All right, I'm dropping the link for that. Can I help some of y'all pay off some debt? I want you guys to click on this link and save it, because I want you to do it later tonight. Click on this link and save it and comment done. Because I don't like my people having, I told you guys, I'm doing this so you guys don't have to go through the hardship that I went through. I'm doing it so you guys don't have to go through the sacrifices that I went through, y'all. So after you click on that link and save it, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. And you can work with any of these companies. All of these are vetted companies that can help you pay down that debt. They're going to help you increase your personal credit. They're going to help you. They're going to save you money on any credit card debt that you have, or loan debt that you might have. And it's going to be able to help you financially with increasing your personal credit. All right. Perfect. All right. We're going to do that later. We got to lock in on this class, but I just had to drop that gem real quick because it was too many no PGs in the chat. But even if you don't have the best personal credit, there's still funding out there available for you. I got you. Okay. All right, let's finish locking in. All right, so listen, y'all. These are the 3-step strategies to help you get business funding for your business. This is my girl, Kim. Kim was able to secure funding for her business. She was able to get 4 vehicles without checking her personal credit at all. 4 vehicles without checking her personal credit at all. She got a cargo. She got 2 cargo vans. She got a box truck, and she got a Camry that she put on Turo for additional stream of income. Kim is the example of no excuses. Somebody type no excuses in the chat. Kim is the example of no excuses. Kim still is a working entrepreneur. Kim still works a 9 to 5. Kim says she was making this happen. She's setting this up. She's doing this so her kids' future will be secure for a lifetime. Imagine the decisions that you make today set up your kids for a lifetime. Imagine the things and the strategies that you put in place right now set your kids up for a lifetime and for a better future. So they don't have to go through the struggles that you went through. So they don't have to worry about they don't have to live paycheck to paycheck, or worry about what they're going to eat or the next meal, or worry about phones being disconnected or lights being cut off or bills being paid. Because you made a decision, because you made a financial decision today that set their future up for a lifetime. So Kim is the example of no excuses, you guys. What I love about business funding, you guys, is everybody qualifies. Even if you don't have the best personal credit, there is a business opportunity out there available for you. You can use OPM or other people's money to grow your business, and you can scale and take your business to the next level. It starts with an investment into your business. It starts with you believing in your own mission, and for companies to be willing to help you take your business to the next level. Sergio said, I need that same program. Sergio, I got you. My promise to you is at the end of this, I'll talk about how we can work together. But let me deliver on my promise and teach you this information first, okay? Business structure is important. So the structure and how you set up your business is going to be key to get you access to more funding. This goes back to what we talked about earlier, making sure you have the LLC or the EIN, the LLC or whatever your legal entity is in place, making sure that your business is set up the right way, the EIN, the business address, the business phone number, the business website, the brand appearance, all of those things open up the door for you to get access to funding. Structure your business before applying for grants or funding, get you access to higher funding opportunities and higher credit limits. It's the difference between that $500 grant that I received and that $100,000 grant that I received. All of these things are important to get you access to more capital. Now, for my people who said no PG, for my people who don't have the best personal credit and who need access to OPM or other people's money, you need access to credit cards. You want access to funding opportunities to help you start or grow your business, but you don't know where to start. I want you to lean in a little bit. This one is for you. Y'all ready? If you don't have the best personal credit, but you still want access to business funding, there are companies out there who will help you fund your business without checking your personal credit. This is called no PG funding. In order to get this, we have to build out our business portfolio. We have to build our business credit score, very similar to how we build out our personal credit score. Coach K, how do we do this? We go out and we add positive accounts or positive trade lines onto our business credit report in order to get what we call an 80 paydex score. An 80 paydex score is equivalent to a 720 consumer score. So that means we can get access to funding based off of our business having a good credit. Imagine getting a whole new social security number. Imagine getting a fresh start. No impact to your personal credit at all. So no PG funding is out there. There's still funding that you can get. My best friend got approved for a Maserati, no PG. She got $50,000 in credit card, no PG. Kim got 4 vehicles under her business name, no PG. So this is all based off of your business credit, your business having a good personal credit score. You've been looking for a fresh start. You feel like your personal credit hold on one second, you guys. So you've been looking for a fresh start. You've been looking for an opportunity to grow your business. You've been looking, you feel like you can't do anything because your personal credit is messed up. You can go get access to build business credit and then pour into your personal credit. So no PG funding is an amazing avenue if you don't have the best personal credit. Now, the way we do this, can I give y'all a little game? Coach K, how do we do it? Are you telling me I got a 400 or 500 credit score and a company still would give me a $10,000 or $20,000 credit card or a $5,000 credit card? Yes. It starts with you building your business credit. How do we build our business credit? There is a company called NAV. NAV. There is a company called NAV. NAV account or positive trade line onto your credit profile. That's 2 trade lines that we need. We need about 10. There's 2 that we need. Don't worry. For everybody who wants to lock in with me, I'm going to tell you how to get the other 8. Everybody who locks in with me at the end, I'm going to tell you how to get the other 8. All right? So those are 2. NAV. They're going to give you 2. Y'all got it? Now, for my people who have a good credit score, well, let me stop. Let me pause. This is my guy, MJ. Somebody say congratulations, MJ, in the chat. This is my guy, MJ. MJ said in 2 weeks, he got $60,000 in funding. He said, despite his super average personal credit, my business had a good score. I was able to secure $60,000 worth of funding within my first 2 weeks after working with Coach K, after a consultation with me. Imagine getting approved for $60,000 in funding right now, like 2 weeks from today. There's some people who don't even make $60,000 a year. Imagine what you'll be able to do with your business. Imagine how you'll be able to go to the next level. NAV is no PG. Imagine how you'll be able to take your business and your brand to the next level. Life changing. Type I'm next in the chat. Type I'm next in the chat, because all it takes is for you to know that you're next. All it takes is for you to stop making excuses. All it takes is for you to get next to somebody that can give you the blueprint. Type blueprint in the chat if you want the step-by-step blueprint. If you want somebody to say, go here and do this, go there and do that. If you want me to give you the same blueprint I gave MJ, just type I'm next in the chat. All right, you guys. So then after you build out your business credit profile, let's just say I have a good score. Coach K, I'm good. I got a 680, 700, 800 credit score. I'm good. My personal credit profile is solid. I need access to funding. So if you have a good personal credit score, you can actually go into the bank and get access to funding. But the mistake that people make is they walk into the bank and they just say, hey, I need $100,000. What I want you to do is, if you have a good personal credit score and a good personal credit profile, I want you to build out relationships. Before you go into the bank and ask for funding, I want you to build a relationship with the bank. We all have to have a business bank account. But when we go get that business bank account, I want you to open up a business checking, a business savings, a personal checking, and a personal savings. What this does is, some banks, especially credit unions, have internal data points. The more products and services that you have, the higher your chances are to get approval and the higher credit limits that they're going to give you. So we're going to get access. We're going to do all of these accounts and use and leverage these accounts to build up our data points to get better accounts and better relationships. So then we apply for funding, because we built relationships with relationship managers. We built relationships with the bank. We've talked about how we're going to use the funding to take our business to the next level. Then we apply for funding with the relationship managers or the branch or the bank reps, so we can get actual credit, higher credit limits. 650 is not bad, but I do want you to work on that before we apply for credit. So you're next. Type I'm next in the chat if you're next. Now, yes, you can get access to funding, a no PG funding, if you have a 500, a 400, a 500, a 600 credit score, but we don't want to stay there. Having a bad credit score is holding you back from reaching your financial goals. Having a bad credit score is limiting you on the opportunities that are out there available for you. So while we go out and we get access to grant funding, while we go out and we get access to no PG funding, I want you to work on your personal credit as well, because bad credit ain't cute. So what we do inside of our community, you guys, is we show entrepreneurs the strategies on how to avoid hiring these credit repair companies. How to avoid, y'all, I got a check in the mail yesterday of $2,000 from a credit repair company that I had paid 2 years ago to help me with my credit, and they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. So they had to give me all of my money back. It was probably a little bit more than 2 years ago. But they did absolutely nothing, you guys. So what we do inside of our community is we show entrepreneurs how to get collections removed, how to build out their business credit score, and how to increase their personal credit as well. But most importantly, we're seeing increases in credit, like 114 points, like you see the student on the screen. These are the things that we are doing inside of our community to help entrepreneurs reach their financial goals, to show them how to take their business to the next level. My girl Pam restored her personal credit and then got approved for a $20,000 credit card because she followed the blueprint. Somebody type blueprint in the chat. See, some of the mistakes that we're making is we're trying to do it on our own. And sometimes the reason why you're not seeing results is because you're trying to figure it out by yourself. You got that I can go on YouTube University mentality. I don't need a coach. I don't need a mentor. But sometimes when you lock in with somebody who's already doing the work and can show you the step-by-step strategies and can give you the blueprint, these are the type of results that you get. Because my girl Pam locked in, she got a $20,000 credit card after restoring her personal credit. My guy, Mr. Merriweather, got approved for a $5,000 grant, and he used AI to make it happen. Some of you are going to get access to a tool tonight that acts as a grant writer. So if you're in the chat and you're like, Coach K, can you write the grants for me? Can you do it for me? Some of you guys, I'm going to give you a tool that acts as a grant writer and does it for you. Is that cool? Can I give you a tool to do the work for you? And then my guy, Access Point Towing, y'all, didn't have the best personal credit at all. His credit score was less than 600. Imagine having a credit score less than 600, but because you have a Coach K next to you that believes in your vision so much, I was still able to get him approved for $70,000 in funding for his business. This is the power of locking in with somebody who can help you reach those goals. This is the power of locking in with somebody who can help you get to the next level. One of my favorite books, you guys, is Who Not How by Dan Sullivan. Oftentimes, we're trying to figure out how we can get this done. Somebody right now on this call is sitting back and they're like, oh, this sounds so good, but how am I going to do all of this? How am I going to find grants? How am I going to start this business? How am I going to restore my personal credit? How am I going to get access to some of this business funding instead of figuring out who can help you make this happen? Who can help you get access to the funding you need? Who can help you restore your personal credit? Who can give you the blueprint that you need to get access to this grant funding? Find your who. Not how can I get this done? Who can help me make this happen? I read a quote the other day that said, a poor mentality is I'm not paying a person to help me learn. Rich person mentality is who can help me, who can give me the shortcut and can help me get this done, and who can help me get this done quick. Somebody said I'm ready like yesterday. So here are a couple of key takeaways from tonight, you guys. Key takeaways is you have to invest into your brand. Somebody type I invest in me in the chat. Somebody type I invest in me in the chat. You have to invest in your brand. You have to believe in your own vision first. Yes, there's grant funding out there available for you. Yes, you can get access to millions of dollars in funding. Yes, you can get approved for $60,000 in 2 weeks like MJ. Yes, you can get $40,000 like Kathy. Yes, you can get 4 vehicles like Kim. Yes, you can get $200,000 like Deshauna and build a 7-figure business. However, it starts with you investing in you. None of those entrepreneurs that I showed you got access to that amount of funding until they believed that they could, until they stopped making excuses. But most importantly, until they locked in with somebody who could help them get the results. I showed you guys Kenya, who was trying to do it on her own and she kept getting declined. And the second she locked in, got approved. I showed you guys MJ, who was trying to do it on his own and didn't know what to do. And then in 2 weeks of locking in, got $60,000 in funding. So it starts with you investing into you. There's absolutely no excuses. After today, I want you, wherever you are writing your notes down, I want you to write today's date and I want you to sign it. And I want you to write no more excuses on that paper. We're taking advantage of opportunities now. No opportunities wasted. No more opportunities wasted, y'all. No opportunities wasted. We're taking advantage of opportunities now. We've wasted enough time. We said next time long enough. We said we're going to start tomorrow. We said we were going to start next year. We said we were going to start next month. We're not wasting any more opportunities. Today, we are making a decision to go to the next level. Today, we are making a decision to lock in on our goals. Today, we're making a decision to stop making excuses. Today, we're making a decision to go all in. Somebody type all in the chat. Judith said, learning a lot. Thank you, Coach K. Thank you, Judith. Michael said, today I excelled. All right, so when we apply for grant funding, we simply have to keep it real. We have to make sure we're relatable to the investor. We have to educate the investors. We have to have an action plan. We have to make sure these investors love our vision and love our brand so much that it's almost impossible for them not to want to invest into us. So when we're applying for grants, we simply keep it real. Somebody type real in the chat. And the last one, you guys, is getting access to grant funding is not as challenging as we think. It starts with you believing in you. It starts with you knowing that you can. It starts with you believing there's an opportunity out there available for you. It starts with you letting go of any negative thought when it comes to getting access to grant funding. You're not winning, one, because you're not applying. You're not winning, two, because you're not fully locked in. You're not winning, three, because you don't have the blueprint and the who that can help you make it happen. You're not winning because you're not locked in on your dreams and locked in on your goals. But most importantly, you got one foot in, one foot out. You're applying and you're already counting yourself out. Oh, I'm not applying. It's going to take too long. Oh, I got to pay an application fee. Oh, I got to hire a grant writer. We are using this information that we learned as the foundation to help us get to the next level. I want to lock in with you. I want to help you go to the next level, Cherie. I want to help you lock in. I want to help you go all in, Mary. I want to help you get the funding you need, Monica. I want to help you get access to capital, Donald. Michael, I want to show you the blueprint to how to get the funding you need to take your business to the next level. Getting access to grant funding is action over luck. Entrepreneurs who apply for 20 to 30 grants have a 99% success rate of getting access to grant funding. So you say you want it. I give you the blueprint to make it happen. So it's not when you get a grant. It's not if you get a grant. It's when you get a grant. It's not if you get approved. It's when you get approved. It's not if you get that $50,000 that you need. It's when you get the $50,000 that you need. It starts with you making a decision. It starts with you believing in you. It starts with you making a decision right now that you're ready to go to the next level. It starts with you getting mad. I told y'all my girl Dana says you got to get mad. Somebody type mad in the chat. You got to make a decision that today is the day that you lock in on your dreams. You got to make a decision that today is the day that you go all in on your goals. You got to make a decision that you are no longer going to miss an opportunity that you know can help you elevate. You know can help you go to the next level. You got to get mad. You got to get mad and know that you're tired of working at 9 to 5. You got to get mad and know that you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You got to get mad and know that you're tired of not having commas in your bank account. You got to get mad and know that you're tired of having to tell your kids and your babies no because you don't have the money to make it happen. You got to get mad and make a decision that it's time for you to go to the next level, but you got to make the decision today that you're ready to go to the next level. Somebody said no more, no PG. I love that, Michael. I love that. So when you take action, these are the results that you are going to get. My girl Janelle got $50,000, y'all, in funding for her business. My other girl Kendra, I told you guys, got 3 grants in just a short amount of time. Miss Porter got a few approved for her first grant within just 30 days. Now, is it okay if I ask you guys a question? Here's my first question. Did I deliver today? I promised you guys that I was going to give you the foundation and teach you the foundation of how to get access to grant funding. Did I deliver on my promise today? Beverly said yes. Dominique said yes. Bertha said yes. Cherie said yes. Gina said yes. Stephanie said yes. Michael said yes. Sign is still. All right. Okay, cool. My next question is, are you ready to hear how I can be your who? Are you ready to hear how I can be the person to help you go to the next level? Are you ready to hear how I can give you the blueprint to help you start or grow that business? Now, this is what I want you guys to remember. Some of you are going to have an opportunity to work with me tonight. Some of you might not even have to pay. There will be an investment. Some of you might not even have to pay anything tonight to lock in with me. Some of you are going to walk away with a tool that's going to write these grants out for you. But at the end of this, I am so committed to making sure you guys take this information to go to the next level. Whether you decide to work with me or not, everybody that's in the room at the very end of this is going to get access to a grant list. And somebody in the room, I'm going to do a grant giveaway for somebody in the room tonight as well. Is that cool? Can I bless somebody with a grant tonight? Can I bless somebody with a grant tonight for their business? Okay, cool. So this is what we're going to do. All right. So you got two options. First option is I gave you guys the foundation. You told me that I delivered. You told me that, you learned a lot tonight. And you can take these 3 strategies and you can go out and you can try to implement them yourself. But what I can tell you is it took me well over 10 years to learn this information. It took me a lot of trial. It took me a lot of error. It took me a lot of mistakes. So you can take this information and you can go out and try to do it on your own. It might not take you 10 years. It might take you 8 to try to land a large grant or your first grant. But like I said, this is just a foundation. And it's not the blueprint. Now, the second option is some of you can stick around a little bit longer. And I can make your life a lot easier. And I can truly give you the blueprint. And I can hold your hand and I can walk you through how to get grants, how to get business funding, how to restore your personal credit, and how to take your business to the next level. So I want you to tell me in the chat, do you want to do number 1? You want to figure it out on your own and be where you are right now? You've been trying to figure it out on your own. You've been trying to make it happen and it's not working. Or do you want to be number 2? You want to lock in. You want to work with me. You want to learn how you can get access to funding. You want the blueprint. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. All right. So I can show you the exact blueprint in your current business. But most importantly, I want to. I do this. I was actually terminated for doing this. So I wake up every single morning fueled. Because I know that the information I'm teaching entrepreneurs is changing their lives. So I want to give you the blueprint. I want to be able to brag about you, Dante. I want to be able to brag about you, Michelle. I want to be able to brag about you, Judith. I want to be able to brag about you, Monica. I want to be able to show entrepreneurs and give entrepreneurs the exact framework that nobody would give me. Can I give you guys a sneak peek of how we're going to work together and how I'm going to help you be successful? Somebody said, put me in the game, coach. I love this. Can I give you guys a sneak peek? Just a real quick sneak peek. I love it. So I want to extend an opportunity for some of you to come work directly with me. I have a community. And this community is everything that I wish I had when I started my business. It's everything that I wish somebody would have gave me. It's the resources. It's the support. It's the accountability. It's the encouragement. It's everything that I wish I had when I started my journey. Let me show you what you guys are going to have access to. So a lot of you said that you were ready to take your business to the next level, that you were mad. You made a decision that you're ready to grow and you're ready to take action now. So I want to hold each and every one of you accountable who said you were ready to take action now, and I want to start today, like right now. Everybody who decides to lock in with me tonight, we're going to have another call. And in this next call, I'm going to help you. I'm going to walk you through applying for about 4 to 5 grants. That's how committed I am to helping you go to the next level. But we are going to go straight into this community, you guys. And for the next 7 days, I'm going to hold you accountable to make sure that you get the results you need. So applying for grants, applying for your first credit card, and helping you get approvals on your first credit card. So whatever the investment is tonight, I am doing things and I am putting things in place to make sure you get a return on your investment very, very quickly. I'm going to show you how to build and restore your personal credit. So even if you said no PG and you don't have the best personal credit, I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to show you how to build business credit so you can get access to that no PG funding and so many other things. But you guys, I have so many resources already inside. A list of grants that I give you every single month. So all you have to do is come inside and hit submit on the grant applications so that you can get the approvals that you need. And then some of you who decide that you're ready to lock in with me tonight, what if I gave you a tool that wrote the grant, that was able to write the grants for you? What if I could give you a tool that actually went out and start writing and applying for the grants for you? Somebody said how much? I am going to make this so affordable, it's going to blow your mind. Michael, you don't need a coupon. It's going to be crazy. A good grant writer is going to charge you anywhere between $60,000 and $150,000 a year. I'm going to make it to where you don't have to pay any more application fees. It doesn't take a long time to apply for grants. You don't have to worry about making an investment into a grant writer who doesn't execute for you. This tool is going to do the work for you. So we have a chat GPT that literally goes in and we trained it to be me. So it helps you write the grants. It helps you apply for the grants. It helps you find the grants, and it helps you get access to more funding. So you can come to this tool and say, hey, I want you to act as a certified grant writer with 10 years of experience and a 98% success rate. I want you to write me a detailed grant proposal that highlights my community impact, my mission, and what I'm going to do with $50,000 in grant funding. Use your best judgment, but make sure you're positioning me as the most qualified candidate to get access to this $50,000 opportunity. Be detailed, highlight my strengths, and yeah, and that's it. So then this tool is going to go through, based off of me telling it what to do. It wants to know the grant that I'm applying for. So let's just say I'm applying for the She's Connected grant. I'm going to put in the grant that I'm applying for. And just like that, you guys, hold on. Thanks. Now write out the grant proposal. And just like that, you guys, is going to go through and it's going to write a detailed grant proposal to help me qualify and get access to the grant funding. Then some of you that lock in are going to get access to this tool that does all of the work for you. Is it okay if I bless a couple of you with this opportunity tonight? It's that easy. Absolutely. So this is what I'm going to do, because I see some people in there that are saying, how much? I'm going to discount this tonight for everybody who locks in. There's 3 ways that you can work with me, but I want to make sure you lock in with me and you get the best opportunity. Somebody say best in the chat. Somebody say best in the chat. I'm going to make this affordable to everybody in the room. Everybody in the room will be able to take it. Now, this opportunity is not for everybody. I get it. But I want to make sure that you guys have the best opportunity. Somebody say best in the chat. Okay, 3 ways that you can lock in with me. 3 ways. Okay, so I showed you guys what you're going to get. I showed you guys you get access to this community that's going to walk you through strategies. Some of you are going to get access to the AI Grant Finder tool. This is what it's valued at. I'm not charging y'all that tonight. I know this is insane. These are the results that we're getting. This is my student, Mr. Birch. Mr. Birch is they always say there's no grants out there for males. Mr. Birch got access to $150,000 for his transportation company in 30 days. Now, if I charged you the total value of this, y'all, for the community, for the AI software, for the weekly calls that you're going to get with me personally, and for the grant list, this would be the amount. Somebody say great news in the chat. Somebody say great news in the chat, because I am not charging you $4,998 tonight. I'm not even charging you $1,497 tonight. I got you, Michael. Don't worry. I'm not charging you that tonight. Somebody say great news in the chat. There are going to be 3 ways that you can lock in and work with me. 3 ways that you can lock in and get access to this information. You have a lifetime option, which is only one investment into the community. So for the life of the community, you never have to make another payment inside of the community. This is VIP options. It's exclusive access. It's VIP calls. It's VIP Q&As. It's the best option to be inside the community. You also get access to that AI tool that's going to do the work for you. Yes, we have payment options. Yes, we have payment plans. I promise you, I'm making this to where everybody in the room can get inside if they want to be inside. Second option is going to be annual. Second option is going to be annual. With annual, you guys, you have to make a payment once a year. Or you can come inside and you can work with me for 3 months, because I am so committed to helping you reach your goals. You have to lock in with me for at least 3 months. So there's 3 ways to work with me: lifetime, annual, or for 3 months, monthly, right? Yes, you can set lifetime up on a payment plan. So even if you don't have the investment tonight, you can click on a link to see if you qualify for payment options. Some of you might not have to pay anything tonight. So what I want to do is, for those who are interested in lifetime, let me know in the chat, which one are you going to be? Are you going to be lifetime? You're going to be annual? Or are you going to be monthly? For those who are interested in lifetime tonight, I'm going to discount it 50% off. Just for tonight. Just for tonight. Here are the prices, you guys. Y'all ready? I'm going to make this so affordable, it's crazy. I'm going to make this so affordable, it's almost insane for you to pass this up. And not only am I making this affordable, I'm going to set it up to where if you need to make a payment plan tonight, you can. You can start it. Yes, you can start with 3 months and you can move forward if you can. I'm going to make this so affordable tonight. It's going to be crazy. But I got to make sure you're ready. I got to make sure you're ready. I got to make sure you've made a decision tonight that you're ready to go to the next level. I got to make sure you made a decision tonight that you're ready to lock in on your goals. I got to make sure you made a decision that you're done making excuses. Somebody said scared of commitment. That's an excuse. We're not making any more excuses. Those excuses you're making are holding you back from the success that you want. So you got to decide tonight, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? So for those who want to invest into lifetime, I'm discounting it tonight for an investment of only $497. That's a one-time payment that you only have to make into the community one time, and you never have to make another payment into the community again. You can set that up on payment arrangements. Team, you can drop the link. You can set that up on payment arrangements. You can set it up on payment arrangements and still get access to this information. Somebody said money is my excuse. This is what I want you to do. I want you to make a commitment tonight that tonight is your last night being in the space that you want something. You know you need it. You know it will help you grow. You know it will help you go to the next level, and you don't have the money or the funds to make it happen. Team, drop the link for payment arrangement as well. You can invest into yearly, so that's $370 investment. Or you can invest into monthly. That's 3 months of only $97. Let me show you what the website looks like, you guys. So for those who are ready to commit, for those who are ready to take action, for those who are ready to lock in on your goals, this is what it's going to look like. When you click the link for payment plan is inside the chat as well. When you click the link, you're going to go to this website here. So yes, I want to start and I want to join the community. If you can go down, you can scroll down. If you need a payment plan, you can lock in here. Need payment plan, click here. And it's going to take you to our website to set it up on payment options. There's different programs, so you don't have to do Zip. We have a couple of different payments. We have Sizzle. I think we have Carlana as well. So there are a couple of different payment options. If you don't have the investment tonight, but you want to be inside of this community, you know this community is what you need, you know this community can help you grow, click on the link and see if you qualify for payment options. Don't miss out on another opportunity to help you grow. After you make your investment, after you lock in, type I'm in the chat. Type I'm in the chat after you lock in. Carl, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, Carl. Rodney said lifetime. Welcome to the family, Rodney. Welcome to the family. Click the link to get started, you guys. Click the link. Yep, whichever one works for you and where you are financially, just get in the room. Payment plan option is still showing $497. It's going to show $497 until you click. It's going to be $497 until you click on the payment plan. You have to tell it what you have to go through, and it's going to tell you what your payment plan is going to be. I can pay you back. Bianca, click on the payment plan option. You can pay it back that way. So when you log in, let's see. So if you're on our payment plan option, you can click this little button here, and it'll see what you can see what payment plan options are available. Once you do this, if you don't qualify for Zip, it'll automatically try to see what other payment platforms or payment arrangement platforms you qualify for as well. But it will break it down based on, it will give you options on what your payment plan can be. Type locked in the chat if you're locked in. Type locked in the chat if you are locked in. Congratulations to Shanice Walker. Welcome to the family, Shanice. Welcome to the family. Here's my advice to you. If you can get into Lifetime, I've been there. But what I would tell you is to still get inside. Still get inside on the monthly option or the 3-month option so you can still get this information. Congratulations to Mr. Smith, Russie Smith. Congratulations. Welcome to the family. Congratulations to Shanice. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. I am so excited. I am so excited for those who, I want y'all to remember these names. Miranda said, I'm locked in. Just give me a second. I got you. The $97 option does not have a payment plan. I'm sorry. No. Like Russia? Okay, I love it. I love it. Now remember, everybody who locks in today, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a next step call. In the next step call, what we're going to do is we're going to apply for grants together. I'm going to make sure you have access to the community and show you how to navigate and use the community so you can get the best results. I don't qualify for anything right now. Still get inside for the monthly. If you don't qualify for payment options, you definitely need to be inside of the community. Let us change that. Let me show you how to restore your credit. Let me show you how to restore your credit. Let me show you how to build out your business credit. Let me show you how you can get access to the funding so you can be in a better space. Type I'm in the chat if you are in. Type I'm in the chat if you are in. Congratulations, Crystal. Crystal just got in from Lifetime. Congratulations, Crystal. Welcome to the family. Congratulations. Congratulations, Crystal. Donald said I'm in. Michael said don't qualify. Michael, I want you to click the link for monthly. How do I get locked into the community without the payment plan? Click the link that says businessandgrantcommunity.com. Can you email me the link? No, the link is right here. I can't email you the link because this is only, the discount is only for tonight only. Will this work for government contracting? So we teach you how to write out proposals. Proposals for grants are very similar to proposals for government contracting, but our focus is grants and business funding. What is the offer for annual? Annual is $370. Y'all, I can't respond to your private messages. I'm sorry. Let's lock into this community. For everybody who locks in, we're going to have a next step call. In those next step calls, you get to, well, in our Q&A calls that we have every single week, this is where you ask questions. This is where we answer those questions. This is where I come on live and give you feedback. We have a, I need the 1 year. Click on the link, businessandgrantcommunity.com. businessandgrantcommunity.com. Congratulations to Keith. Keith just locked in for life. Congratulations to Keith. Congratulations to Carl. Carl just locked in. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. If you're still working on it, type working on it in the chat. Click on the link. I think Afterpay is available on the link. Click on the link. So I'll go over the community again. Somebody asked me to go over the community again. You guys, here is, so for those who lock into the community and join the community, you get to work with me directly to help you reach your goals. You get to work with me directly to help you secure the funding you need to start or grow your business. So for those who are locked in, what we're gonna do, hold on, y'all go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you strategies to help you grow your business. So as soon as you come inside, we're gonna walk you through applying for your first credit card or your next credit card. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do to be successful to help you get the approval that you need. So some people are coming inside and they're getting approved for a credit card right on the spot. We have students who are getting $10,000, $20,000, $10,000, $20,000, $15,000 credit cards just from applying for these opportunities. Then we give you a list of grants to apply for. So you don't have to do the work. We're doing the work for you. But for those who invest into Lifetime, where are we? For those who invest into Lifetime, you get access to this grant finder tool. So this tool that's going to write out grants for you. So you can go to this tool and you can say, hey, I'm applying for a $50,000 grant. I need you to write a grant proposal for me. My business name is Coach K. I'm focused on community impact and building my business. I'm looking for $50,000 in startup funding. I need you to write me a detailed grant proposal that outlines a strong mission, a strong vision, and a budget breakdown on how I'm going to use the funding. And based off of the information that I just gave it, you guys, it wrote me a full detailed grant proposal with a budget breakdown and an action plan on how I'm going to use the funding, and it positions me as the most qualified to get access to the funding. Now, everybody that joins the community tonight gets access to this grant finder tool. And what this does is it finds grants for you. So you can say, Coach K, I'm looking for $50,000 in funding for my business. I need help getting that. So we come inside and we say, small business. I'm a small business owner. My goals are a startup. I'm looking for all funding opportunities, not just local. Let's just say I am in the childcare space. You can put any industry. Every industry qualifies for funding. How much funding you need? I'm going to say $50,000. You can put as much as you would like. I'm a woman-owned entrepreneur. Have you applied for grants before? Yes, I have. I prefer all opportunities. Today's date is 9/15. And you want to make sure you put the date, because this aligns you with the right open and active grants that are out there and available for you. So this is going to give us a list. It's going to summarize what we said, and then it's going to give us a list of grants to apply for. Everybody that, now it gives the Amber grant. Y'all know I'm not a fan of the Amber grant, but it gives other grants. So the I Fund Women Grants is a $100,000 grant opportunity that's out right now. It gives a child care development support grant, and then another business funding opportunity that's out there and available. So it finds the most active and current grants. You can always say, I need more. It gave out 4. You can say, I need 5 more open grants. Everybody gets access to this tool. And then it goes out and it finds other grants that are open and active and that are available for us to apply for. So now here's my question to you. Based off of what you see, based off of what you know this will help you. You know this will help you get to the next level. But what's stopping you? What's stopping you from taking action? What's stopping you from locking in on your goals? What's stopping you from using this information to help you go to the next level? What's getting in your way? Let me know in the chat. Somebody said funding. Somebody said me. Let me do a couple more shout outs. Fear. Congratulations to Sharice Harris, who just joined the family. Congratulations to Bridget, who also joined the family. Congratulations to Donald, who just joined the family. Congratulations to Carl, who just joined the family. Welcome, welcome. Congratulations to Naisha, who just joined the family. Congratulations to Donald. Congratulations to Marie. Congratulations to Corey. Congratulations to Shirley. Congratulations to, who did I miss? If I missed you, just say I'm in the chat. If I missed you, just say I'm in the chat. Yes, you can get a grant for government contracting. Yes, you can get a grant for anything. So yes, we have payment arrangements. So here, somebody said fear of stopping them. I love to show this picture because it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. There's a grant out there available for you. Here is a group of entrepreneurs. We've helped these entrepreneurs secure grants for their business. We had a conference in March where we all met and we locked in on our goals. So we have entrepreneurs who are mothers. Entrepreneurs are people who are still working their job and they haven't fired their boss yet. We have people who speak different foreign languages and grew up in different companies and now they're writing and applying for grants. We have people who are over 60 years old who are writing and getting access to grant funding, but it's all people from different walks of life, different industries, and they're still getting approved for funding. So if fear is stopping you, I'm showing you people who are doing it. They're following the blueprint and getting access to funding. So I need to know in the chat who's ready to take action. Somebody said money is stopping them tonight. So I want to do something special. Somebody say over deliver in the chat. Let me text my team and tell them what I'm about to do. Hold on. Somebody say over deliver in the chat. All right, so I want to do something special. I want to discount our community to I want to discount the community. I want to let you guys come into the community for 1 month for just $37. 1 month for just $37. So you guys can come into the community for 1 month. You can see how amazing it is. Some of you will get access to a resource that will help you get the funding you need so maybe you can upgrade later. Somebody said, I'm already invested $15,000 inside of another community. Can I ask you a question? If you've already invested $15,000 in another community, but you're still in this room, there must be something that room is missing. Something that room is not teaching you. All right? So I want you to just sit on that and think on that. Okay? So listen, so our guarantee to you is if you take action today and you don't feel like you're getting your money's worth, we will refund you your investment. But all we require is that you complete the entire course, you complete everything inside of the community, and you implement the information. There's no activation fee, Michelle. There's no activation fee. So if you implement this information, you will not lose. You will get results. So what I want to do is I want to drop the link for some of you to come inside the community and work with me for 1 month. It's going to be $37. I'm only letting a few people in at this price point. All right. So I'm going to drop the link for you guys to come in for $37 a month. Team, you can drop the link in the chat. For $37. So if you're scared because of pricing, if you're scared because you're afraid of commitment, after you invest this $37 a month, you have a decision at the end of this. You can decide you can continue in the community, you can upgrade, which most people do, or you can completely cancel. This helps for-profits and nonprofits, yes. But Coach K, I don't even have an LLC. What does all of this have to do with me? What I love about our platform is it's not only just for existing business owners, it's for all entrepreneurs. So even if you don't have your LLC yet, you still can qualify. Team, drop the link for monthly in the chat, please. Team, drop the link for monthly in the chat, please. Thank you. How soon will I get started? Tonight. We're going to have everybody who makes an investment tonight, we're going to have a next step call. On this next step call, what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through applying for grants, make sure you have complete access to the community, and make sure you're ready to take action on the opportunities that are out there. I will join for $37 and upgrade with you. That's what most people do. They come in at the investment level that they can do. Either they sign up for payment arrangements or they come inside and they sign up for $37 and then they go restore their personal credit and then upgrade. My promise to you is if you get inside the community tonight at $37, $97, or even at $307 and you want to upgrade to lifetime, I'll still honor the price. I'll still honor the price. All right? Go click the link and secure your seat for $37. Congratulations to Marissa. Marissa also just joined the family. Congratulations to Theodore. Theodore just joined the family. Congratulations to Belinda. Belinda just joined the family. Welcome to the family, Belinda. Congratulations to Sammy. Sammy just joined the family. Congratulations to Michael. Michael is in. Michael said he's not passing that up. Congratulations to Labata. Labata just joined the family. Welcome to the family. I am so excited to have you guys in. I am excited. All right, so this is what we're going to do. How soon will I see? Honored and humbled to be in your creation. I was already approved for a business credit card you posted today. I post credit opportunities all the time. And she said, I have only been in the community for a few hours. Imagine making a decision right now and then coming inside the community and getting approved for funding today. Miss Michelle said she's only been in the community for a few hours and she was already approved for a business credit card. Same day. It's who can help you get the results, not how can you get it done. I've already done the work. I've already been through the hardship. Now I can show you exactly what you need to do to be successful. I can show you exactly what you need to do to be successful. Welcome to the family, Janet. Janet, welcome to the family. Miranda, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, Denise. Welcome to the family. Miss Hills, welcome to the family. Janet, welcome to the family. Y'all said y'all not leaving me out. Can I use AI to get approved for these grants? We have so many entrepreneurs who are using and leveraging AI as their grant writer. Imagine having somebody at your fingertips 24/7 to help you write and apply for grants, to help you get access to more grant funding and more opportunities. That's the power of AI. My girl, Miss Mary. Mary was approved for over $500,000 in funding for her business. She got $146,000 and then turned around and got another $500,000. And she 100% used AI to make it happen. So you're looking for a grant writer. You're thinking about paying somebody to do this work for you. And I am giving you the tool and showing you how to use it to be successful. $600K in funding by using AI to make it happen. The $497 will not be available tomorrow. And for everybody who locks in today, next week we're going to do a challenge where we work together for 3 days, and I'm going to show you how to grow your business. So we're not just going to talk about grants. We're not just going to talk about funding. I'm going to show you step-by-step strategies on how to grow your business and how to fuel and fund your business as well. So can I just hire a grant writer? Yes, you can hire a grant writer, but a grant writer is going to charge you anywhere between $50,000 or $60,000 to $150,000 a year. You can do this yourself. The students inside my community, no, you cannot buy AI separately. It's only allowed inside of our community. The students inside of my community are locked in and they're learning this information. Mr. Birch got approved for $150,000 within just 30 days, you guys. And then we got Reginald. Reginald got approved for $50,000 in grant funding in just a short amount of time. Miss Hamlin got a $5,000 opportunity. These are the results of believing in you. These are the results of locking in on your dreams and locking in on your goals. Imagine getting $5,000 within just a short amount of time of making the decision that you're ready to go to the next level. In the power of community, you guys, we actually do meetups in person. We have a surprise meetup that's getting ready to happen in October. This meetup, you guys, one strategy to get access to grant funding is being in giving back to the community. It's not always required, but we're able to talk about the things that we're doing inside of the community because of situations and positions that I have personally set up. So I had an opportunity to feed 400 families in Atlanta, Georgia. I invited my community out. And now they're able to talk about what they're doing in their grant proposals to get access to funding. So these are things that we set up. Here's a husband and wife. My guy Marvin was almost on the couch. He signed up for the community without his wife's approval. Marvin was able to get approved for a grant within just 3 days. So it saved him, right? He didn't have to sleep on the couch. But here's the power of doing it with your spouse, because now Marvin can get access to grant funding and Regina can get access to grant funding for her business. So imagine Marvin getting $50,000 and then his wife turns around and get $50,000. And now they have $100,000 in debt-free funding in their household. So now my question to you is, what's stopping you? Anastasia said, I need the link for $497 payment plan. Team, can somebody send that to Anastasia, please? My question to you is, what's stopping you? If you invested, you can go ahead and go over to the next step call. The next step call, what we're going to do is we're going to apply for some grants together. Hold on, you guys. All right, so the next step call, we're gonna apply for some grants together. We're gonna make sure you get access to the community.
Recording in
I'm
progress.
going to drop the grant list at the end. If you join the community, you don't have to worry about the grant list. There's a better grant list inside the community. If you join the community, you don't have to worry about the grant list. There's a better grant list inside of the community waiting on you. The next step call is going to be in your email, and it's going to be text to you. Hold on, you guys. All right, I want to do something else special. Somebody say over deliver. Somebody say over deliver. Because I see some people in the chat saying that they still want in and they just can't make it happen because of funding or money. So I want to do something special. I want to do something special. If you're on this call right now and you want access to the community, but you just don't have the money to make it happen, I'm going to let you come in today at no cost to you, completely free, to work with me for the next 7 days. So you can come in, you can try it out, you can see how amazing it is, you can see how you can get access to the resources, you can still join the next step call. I'm gonna set this up. My team is gonna think I'm crazy. I'm gonna set this up where you guys can come in at zero cost to you today to work with me for the next 7 days, so I can show you how powerful this community is. So I can change your mindset and some of those objections that you have, or some of those misbeliefs that you have when it comes to getting access to grant funding. I'm only doing this for a couple of people. So when my team drops this link, you guys got to go secure your seat. Somebody said I need to next Monday. A couple of people said I need to Friday. I got you, okay? So you can join for no cost to you today. In 7 days, you have a couple of options. You can cancel. You can upgrade to lifetime, or you can continue over to monthly, where it goes to $37 a month. All right? No obligation, no pressure. All right, team, drop the link for them to come inside the community for free. All right, Wesley said he got approved for $12,000 in just 30 days. Wesley got approved for $12,000. So imagine making a decision today and getting approved for approved for funding within just a short amount of time. Getting fired was the best thing that could have happened to me, you guys, because now I'm in a space. Yep, you can get off the call now. If you've already joined the community, you can go to the next step call. They're waiting on you on the next step call. Once you join, head over to the next step call. So I went from making about $4,000 a month, you guys, working for a company, locking in, working over $40,000 a week, to now I'm making over eventually making over $100,000 a month, investing into my business, investing into my mission, and locking in on my goals. Awarded several grants for 6 figures, made 7 figures in my business. But most importantly, because one of the reasons why I do this, you guys, is for my family. I was able to retire my mom. Imagine waking up and calling your mom and telling her, you know what, those hardships, those long days you went through, you don't have to do that anymore. I got you, sis. Travel the world, but now I'm building a future and a legacy for my daughter. So this is your opportunity to join a community that can help you do the same thing. And some of you guys can get inside for free. Yes, you can change your email. You can see my support team. The next step call is sent to your email. All right, you guys. So this is what we're gonna do. For those who are ready to lock in, we're getting ready to go to the next step call. You mean me in the team? There's a couple of people saying they don't see the next step call. Can you guys make sure you drop the link to customer support? Headed to the next step call. Thank you. Okay, I paid, but I still. A couple of people said they don't see the link. I want you guys to check your email, check your spam, check your email, and check your spam. Check your spam. If for whatever reason, if for whatever reason you think customer support is in the chat as well. So if you don't have access, drop the link or click the link and chat with our customer support. Here is access to the free grant list as promised. Here's access to the free grant list as promised. All right, you guys, if you go to the next step call, if you join the community, go to the next step call. Here's access to the free grant list. All right. So if you join the community, we're going to see you over in the next step call. I'm super excited to work with you guys and teach you how to get the funding you need to start and grow your business. If you did not join the community, the link to the free grant list is inside of the chat. Thank you guys for an amazing call. Y'all have a good night. What's up, you guys? It's Coach K.
All right, guys, check this out. So, if you're looking to rebuild your credit, you got some blemishes on your